Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Ross Allen, and on behalf of the promotion of the Newcastle International Motordrome, I welcome you to the Newcastle round of the World Jubilee Solo Grand Prix, where we present to you riders from 11 countries of the world. A truly international sport is solo racing, and tonight we present the cream of the riders from around the world taking part in a very special Jubilee Grand Prix series that has been organised to, well, do honour to a man who is so well known in the Speedway ranks of the world. He is 6 times the champion of the world, a feat unprecedented and one that many people will believe never be repeated. And it'll be our thrill to see him here at the Newcastle International Motordrome, but sadly tonight for the very last time. So would you please give a very big welcome to the head of the troop, 6-time world champion, Ivan Mauger from New Zealand. Ivan will be riding in the number 7 position tonight. Riding in the number 1 position, the man who finished second in the 1984 World Solo Championship held at Gothenburg in Sweden, which makes him the world's number 2 rider. From Denmark, please welcome Hans Nielsen. Hans also currently leads the World Jubilee Grand Prix after the number of rounds that have been completed at this stage. Riding in number 2 tonight, from England, a rider who qualified for the top 16 riders in the world. He too took his part in Sweden. Please make welcome Simon Wigg from England. Riding in number 3 tonight, from West Germany, and running second currently in the World Jubilee Grand Prix, a rider who is renowned as one of the best on the European tracks, particularly his home country, Germany. So please give him a big welcome, Karl Meyer. And what a great pleasure it is to have an Italian rider with us. For the first time we're seeing an Italian riding here at the Newcastle International Motordrome and competing amongst the best in the world, so therefore he can't be any slouch. He is the current Italian champion. Please make welcome Armando Castagna. At number 5, 6 times champion of Australia, a world finalist, the captain of the Ipswich League side in England, who won the League and Knockout Cup double this year, the first time in some 8 years, or almost 10 years. We're very proud of him. He's our very own Billy Sanders. Every track has one. Well, they want to try and be better than the rest. We don't know whether those statements are true or not. We've got every faith in this guy. He is going to be the best, and he rides with them tonight. Let's give him some tremendous support. Our Australian dirt track champion, Chris Watson from Newcastle. From Czechoslovakia, another of the European riders of great league experience around the European circuits, and it's great to have another Czech rider with us. We've had some fine ones in the past. This fellow's no exception. In the number 8 position tonight, Václav Werner. From Holland, where he currently ranks as their national champion, and another rider of vast European league experience, would you please welcome in the number 9 position, Henny Kreuzer. From England, a man who is a former world champion and rides for the Bellevue Club, who were beaten by Ipswich in that cup final that I mentioned just a moment ago. But he is one of the famous Collins family, 5 of them riding, all brothers, riding in the English First Division League. But this fellow has won the coveted World Championship crown. It's great to have him back. Peter Collins. From Finland, a rider who is a partner for our own Billy Sanders in the Ipswich Club, and he helped Ipswich to that double. And he too is ranked as one of the finest riders on the European circuit. He qualified for the world final in Sweden. So it's great to have him here. From Finland, Kai Niemi. From Hungary, a rider who also a great vast league experience and also a national champion of his country. Please make welcome Zoltan Adoyan. At number 13 tonight, a rider who we saw here last week in our Solo Masters Classic, so please welcome him back from Denmark, Finn Jensen. The one United States representative on our program tonight is a rider who did particularly well in our Solo Masters last week. He finished in third placing, so welcome back Sean Moran. From England, to make it an English trio, a rider who won our Silver Sash series here at the Motordrome a little earlier this season, the flamboyant Eric Monahan. Ivan, welcome back to the Newcastle International Motordrome. It is really great to have you here. I wouldn't be amiss in saying it's a rather sad occasion that we have to say farewell to a truly great sportsman, 6 times champion of the world and a number of other world titles that go with it. We've had the pleasure of seeing you in action here before, and myself and the people who are gathered here tonight really look forward to see you performing for the last time at the Motordrome.
Thank you very much. I just hope I can perform okay. I'm currently lying 4th in the series, and I'm trying to improve on that, of course. And always had good meetings here, and hope I can have some nice times here coming back with trips or something like that, but I won't be riding anymore after tonight, that's definite. And just before I go, I'd like to thank that Laurie and the staff at BP Kotara have given us all the BP fuel and oil for all the riders tonight. And I'd also like to thank Alan Craig Motorcycles at Jubilee for all the help they've given us, and you know, without these type of people, we really couldn't come to tracks around the world. We need this kind of help, and it's always nice to come to a place like this when they're so friendly. And to PBO, I'd like to say a big thank you, because this meeting was fixed up with one short telephone call about July of last year. We haven't changed the date, we haven't changed anything, and I hope there's a very big crowd for Peter, and I'd like to thank him for being so sincere and just staying on the same date the whole time. Anyway, so far the competition here has been really hard, and I mean, tonight we've got Billy Sanders and Sean Moran. We know what they're like, we know what Eric Monahan's like. We've all heard about Chris Watson, and we're expecting him to give us a lot of trouble, so I think you're in for a good meeting.
The NBN World Jubilee Grand Prix will be run over 9 heats of 3 laps. We'll then have 2 semi-finals and a grand final. Now, this is event 4, heat 1. Featuring Hans Nielsen from Denmark, Simon Wigg from England, Karl Meyer from Germany, Armando Castagna from Italy, and Billy Sanders from Australia. Now Simon Wigg coming up, first rider up to the line in the blue helmet colour. Armando Castagna from Italy in the yellow. In the white we have Karl Meyer. Moving into the pole position, Hans Nielsen. And on the outside of the field, the Aussie champ, Billy Sanders. Stand by for Heat 1 of the NBN World Jubilee Solo Grand Prix. The boys are waiting for the green light to come on. Simon Wigg charged at them. Billy Sanders was pulled through by Simon Wigg. Blue and red and white is the steward's decision, are to go back 30 metres. Simon Wigg is complaining that it was Sanders who actually broke the tape. But the steward is pointing out that both axles of both bikes crossed the start line, and the decision is that blue and red and white will go back 30 metres.
Yes, it's pointless to argue who sucked who through there, because both axles crossed the line.
Sensation in heat number 1 of our NBN World Jubilee Solo Grand Prix. Sanders is saying, no, it wasn't me, it was Simon Wigg. I think we'll see some determined riding from Sanders now from the 30 metre mark. Watch him go. Stand by the start to the sensational Heat 1. Away they go. Nielsen got away well from the inside. Castagna got away okay too. Then comes Karl Meyer, but it's Hans Nielsen, world's number 2. Look at the Italian, Armando Castagna, taking him on the outside. Hans Nielsen, the leader. From Armando Castagna, the Italians making the current world number 2 work hard at it. Then comes Karl Meyer, and here come the 2 riders who were penalised 30 metres. Simon Wigg and Billy Sanders making up ground on 2nd and 3rd placing. Hans Nielsen, ranked number 2 in the world, is leading at the moment as they come to get the 1 lap to go flag. Here's Sanders coming right around the outside in a sensational ride. Sanders goes up into 2nd place now, and here's Simon Wigg chasing him through too. Hans Nielsen's the leader. Billy Sanders is making every effort to try and pick him up, but Nielsen's got too much up his sleeve. Nielsen is first. 2nd place goes to Sanders. 3rd was Simon Wigg. 4th to Armando Castagna, and 5th place going to Karl Meyer. Sensation in Heat 1 with Hans Nielsen of Denmark finishing first. Australia's Billy Sanders coming from 30 metres behind after being penalised for breaking the start line. Finished an outstanding 2nd, as did Simon Wigg, who was also penalised 30 metres for breaking the start line. He finished 3rd, and the Italian Armando Castagna finished 4th. West Germany's Karl Meyer was out of a point scoring place in 5th. 51.884.
30 years of age, Peter, and as Ross pointed out, a former world title holder. And from New Zealand, the magic man himself, Ivan Mauger. So it's Watson in the red, in the white, Werner, yellow is Crozer, Collins in the red and white, and down they come, Watson, Mauger, Werner, Watson, Mauger, Werner, then Crozer, the Dutchman, and Collins. I think that may be declared a complete false start, but let's find out what the steward's decision is.
2 minutes on all riders, and I have been asked to point out to you by the chief steward and starter that the riders have had a riders briefing. They have had explained how the chief steward and referee want the start, and it is not green light tapes. It's green light, a pause of between 1 to 5 seconds, and then tapes.
Fair enough. The riders understand it. Watson to 30 metres, Mauger to 30 metres. Then Vaclav Werner in the white will come up to the gate. So too will Peter Collins. And Pete says thank you very much. As I said before, he's been there, done all this. And coming in the yellow is Henry Crozer, the Dutch rider. So it's Werner, Crozer and Collins. Werner coming in now, Cruz, Collins. Out they go. Werner got away well. Collins went with him, a little slow to move. Mauger came quickly from the rear and Watson at the tail. But going round the outside, it's Peter Collins now, leading away very, very comfortably there from Vaclav Werner. Then coming the Dutchman Cruz, and Mauger starting to make ground on them now, and Watson at the tail of the field. But it's Peter Collins, former world champion, knows what it's all about. Here's Mauger starting to make ground here as he picks up the Dutchman Cruz. He's heading out after Werner now, and in the centre track comes Mauger, and he's ridden up into 2nd place now. The 6-time world champion from the 30-metre mark, and Watson starting to gather them in too. But down underneath the timer and the former title holder, Peter Collins. Peter Collins of England will come to the line. Oh, he got a little bit hairy there. And that's Mauger 2nd. The Dutchman Cruz on the inside was 3rd, followed by Vaclav Werner and Chris Watson at the tail. But a fine ride there by Peter Collins. Very calm about it all. Got a little hairy in the southern corner there on the last lap. Mauger home into second place. And I gave it to the Dutchman on the inside for third spot, just in front of Vaclav Werner. The time, 51.454.
Kai Nimai coming up, not carrying a helmet colour in the orange coloured helmet. Red and white is Eric Monahan from England. Blue is Zoltan Adoyan from Hungary. Yellow is Sean Moran from the United States. That's the field. Keep an eye on rider number 11 on the inside, the orange helmet of Kai Nimai. He's a real goer. So too is Sean Moran of the United States in the yellow and black quarters. This is Heat 3 of the NBN World Jubilee Solo Grand Prix. Oh, they're all a little keen, but no one broke through there. Away they go. That was a better start. Moran got away well, so too did Nimai, but it was Moran who took up the running from Nimai. Going high around the outside there is Eric Monahan, shutting out the Danish rider Finn Jensen, and there's a great battle there for second and third place at the moment, as it's Eric Monahan coming right round the outside of Kai Nimai. But in the meantime, Sean Moran has scooted away to the lead in heat number 3. He's opened up a handy break over Kai Nimai, rubbing wheels there momentarily with Sean Moran of the United States. Then there's a gap to Finn Jensen and Zoltan Adoyan bringing up the rear. But one lap left to go, and it's all the United States rider Sean Moran. He's blitzing them here in this heat, really showing them the way home. Had a sneak look back over his shoulder to see that he's comfortably out in front. And coming down to the line, a convincing winner of heat number 3 from the United States, Sean Moran. Second place goes to Kai Nimai, third to Eric Monahan, fourth place to Finn Jensen, and fifth was Zoltan Adoyan. A time for heat 3 of 51.728.